Let's talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. So, Genesis chapter 18, about verse 20, the Lord was telling Abraham, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah, I can hear the outcry of the sin. I'm about to go kill them all. And Abraham, with his tender heart, was like, Lord, if it's 50 people, will you destroy them? The Lord, with his love, I will not destroy it if it's 50 people. Abraham was, well, what about 45? I will not destroy 45. Well, what about 40? And they kept going until he got to 10. And the Lord said, I won't destroy it for 10 people. But in chapter 19, he was destroying. So, oh Lord. So the two angels who were about to destroy got to Sodom and Gomorrah in chapter 19, and they got to outside the gate, and Lot let them in his house. They were like, oh, well, we'll just sleep in the town square. Come on in here. Okay, I beg your pardon. So by 19 verse 4, you can see why Lot was telling them, come in my house. Because before they retired for the night, all the men of Sodom, young and old, came from all over the city and surrounded the house. They shouted to Lot, where are the men who came to spend the night with you? Bring them out to us so we can have sex with them. What? Young and old? What? That's how disgusting the sin was in Sodom and Gomorrah. The young, the old, everybody. Let's sodomize these men. Verse 6. So Lot stepped outside to talk to them, shutting the door behind him. Please, my brothers, he begged, don't do such a wicked thing. Look, I have 2 virgin daughters. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do with them as you wish. But please leave these men alone, for they are my guests and under my protection. Okay. You gonna give them your daughters? Now, first of all, they gonna get them back for that. But what that said to me was, he knew these weren't just men. He knew there was something about these men. He may have felt the angelic presence, but that's outlandish to me to offer your daughters. You don't take these men. Take my daughters. Take my daughters. Dang. So then they threatened him. Verse 9. Stand back, they shouted. This fellow came to town as an outsider, and now he's acting like our judge. We'll treat you far worse than those other men. And they lunged toward Lot to break down the door. But the 2 angels reached out, pulled Lot into the house, and bolted the door. Then they blinded all the men, young and old, who were at the door of the house, so they gave up trying to get inside. Whew. So by this time, I'm sure he knows that these are angels and not just men. So the angels start questioning, do you have any other relatives here? Get him out of here. We're about to destroy this place. Dang. And they said, hurry up. Get out right now, or you will be swept away in the destruction of the city. Lot was hesitant, but they took his hand, his wife, and his daughters, and they rushed him out. Now, the daughter's fiancés, they were like, no. Okay. We're out of here. So, the angels ordered, run for your lives, and don't look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the mountains, or you will be swept away. He said, don't look back. And we all know this story. Lot's wife turned around because she couldn't let go of the past. She couldn't let go of the sin. Like us, sometimes we can't let go of our past. Sometimes we can't let go of our sin. Sometimes we keep looking back when the Lord is forward. The freedom is over there. The freedom's that way. But we're stuck. Verse 26. But Lot's wife looked back as she was following behind him, and she turned into a pillar of salt. this story gets messier because the city that he went to, he left and went to the mountains. So it was just him and his daughters living in a cave. They got him drunk. This is where I'm thinking, I don't know if it was payback or what, but they got him drunk and they slept with their dad because they felt like they were never going to have families. So they slept with the dad to get pregnant. This is a mess. I want to point out Lot's wife, who couldn't let go of her sin, couldn't let go of her past, was holding on. And I want for us not to be that way. I want us to be free. I want us to let go so that we can look like Jesus, so that we can show his love, and we can do that better when we're not weighed down by our sin. Lot's wife is forever immortalized as looking back as a pillar of salt, but that does not have to be you and I. Be blessed. Thanks for watching.